Hello, students. Welcome to your virtual learning class. So today we are going to be going over text structures. So in this lesson in particular, we're going to be comparing and contrasting text structures. And so our fifth grade standard states that we should be able to compare and contrast the overall structure of events, ideas, concepts, or information in two or more texts. So that means whenever we work on this standard for text structure, they're going to always give us two texts to compare. Okay? So structure, when we talk about structure, there are 4 types of text structure. So that means the text will be structured in these 4 ways: chronological, compare and contrast, cause and effect, or problem solution. I'll repeat those: chronological order, comparing and contrasting, cause and effect, or problem solution. Okay? This text in particular, this lesson wants us to focus on which 2 of those 4 text structures. You see them here, okay? This lesson wants us to focus on chronological text structure and problem and solution text structure, okay? So our working definition for chronological text structure. This wants us to be able to tell the events in the order in which they happen. This structure can include dates, times, words such as first, next, and later. Okay, so you already immediately know when you start to see dates, times, and they're putting things in order that you should be focusing on chronological text structure. Okay. Next, this lesson is going to focus on problem and solution text structure. Our working definition states that the text will describe problems and solutions. The structure will include words such as challenge, problem, and solution. Pretty self-explanatory. So if we are working through a problem and solution type text, we need to be trying to identify the problem and understand what the solution was. How did they find a solution to the problem that was presented in the text? Okay, so we know that our standard just told us that for 5th grade, we're going to have to compare whatever text structures we're looking at. And it's going to give us 2 or more texts to do that. So we'll not ever really be looking at text structure in one text based on our standard. Okay. So the passages they give us a brief description here of each passage. Let's read what our description states. So passage 1 states that it's about the space shuttle Discovery and how it made its first flight in 1984. In 1990, Discovery launched the Hubble Space Telescope. In 2011, after 30 missions, Discovery was taken out of service. Discovery then became a display at the National Air and Space Museum. Okay, so immediately, what things are you noticing inside of this passage 1? This is an example that they're giving us. What are you noticing in here that can help us determine if this is a chronological text structure or a problem and solution text structure? I want you to take some time, a few seconds, and look at what you see inside of this passage, this paragraph, that can tell you if this is a chronological or a problem and solution text structure. All right, if you answer dates, you are correct. If you answer times, numbers, okay, you are correct. We know that dates will appear, times will appear in what type of text structure? Chronological. So that means that our first passage here, this paragraph, the example they gave us, they are using chronological text structure here. Okay, again, they are using that because we see dates in this passage. Okay, let's look at passage 2 to determine if it's going to be chronological text structure or problem and solution text structure. Passage 2 states, like us, astronauts use ordinary toothpaste, a toothbrush, and a little bit of water. The challenge, however, is that they don't have a sink for rinsing out their mouths. Their solution? They spit toothpaste into a washcloth. I want you to tell me, what is the problem that is found in this example? What is the problem or the challenge found in passage 2? Take about 10 seconds and determine the problem or the challenge. All right, if you answered that sentence 2 states the challenge, however, is that they don't have a sink for rinsing out their mouths, you are correct. And if you look in the text right after that, they present us with a what? A solution. They spit the toothpaste into a washcloth. So we know that passage 2 is an example of which type of text structure? Excellent. We're going to go with problem and solution because we saw those key words, challenge, problem, solution, in this example. Okay, now we're going to go a little bit further and look at some texts that are a little bit longer and try to determine if we see a chronological text structure or a problem solution text structure. And then we're going to complete a chart similar to this one. For passage 1 and 2, we're going to determine what is the author's purpose. Why did the author write this text? Then we're going to determine which type of text structure is present in each passage. And then we know we always have to cite evidence. No one cares about our answers if we cannot support them and back them up. So we will cite evidence in our chart to determine which type of text structure we see. All right, let's look at our first text titled The First Victory of the Space Race.